for a value pay of $32. Speaking of Double Dog Dare, in a classic movie, and a man that has stuck his tongue to many cold poles, his name...
Come on, Jim, it's too late at night now. I'm giddy already. Go ahead.
His name is Larry Magen. He is the president of North American Operations for Stuhrling Original. How are you, buddy?
Hey, Jim. How are you, man?
I'm sorry I missed you during your other shows, but I at least called in for you.
No, you called in, man.
We had fun, man.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that very much. And now you get to do it live in person.
Here's the reason why we're here.
Imperial Dynasty.
This is the Imperial Dynasty tourbillon. For those that don't know what a tourbillon is, we'll get to you in a second. For those that do, you are looking at the lowest price currently available true mechanical tourbillon in the world with any level of prestige anyway. $692.34. Your choice is gunmetal or rose tone. Gold tone, I think, is sold out.
Yeah.
So you have two choices remaining. 45 millimeter case. Genuine, large, square grain alligator straps. And those of you that collect Stuhrling know it is a rare occasion to get an alligator strap. Now what you're buying into here is elegance, classic beauty, incredible dial work, but you're buying into the rarest and most expensive complication available in modern urology, or even in the old days. Larry, give the folks some an idea why a tourbillon is the most prized movement in the world. By the way, sell out on the Eddie K, gone. Okay, continue, sir.
Well, Jim, a tourbillon was invented. The whole tourbillon movement is French for tornado, invented and patented by Abraham Louis Breguet, perhaps the most famous of them all the famous watchmakers down through the years, approximately 200 years ago in about 1795. But what Abraham Louis Breguet was doing, he was searching for a more accurate movement, a more perfect movement. Back in those days, they only were using pocket watches. They hadn't strapped it to the wrist yet and figured out you could wear it. And so pocket watches were typically kept in one position all day long. Maybe the crown up, the crown down, or crown left or crown right, but it would just sit in your pocket in one position. So Breguet figured that gravity, the natural form of gravity would be pulling down on the escapement. And, without getting too technical, the escapement and the balance assembly is what you're seeing rotating here. That is that part of the watch that the power will pass through from the spring to get into the drivetrain. That's what powers the watch.
This is the area that creates the accuracy.
Yes, and this is where it's regulated. The expansion of the spring, if it was left to its own devices, would just, go boing, and it would spring wide open. But with the escapement, it actually regulates it into, in this case, 28,800 vibrations, which is 8 beats per second, and that's what regulates the time. So he figured that if I can have the escapement rotate 360 degrees continuously, then it would have an anti-gravitational effect. But the trick is, how do you do that and still maintain contact with the drivetrain to power the watch? Yet he did it, he patented it, it was a work of art, it was ingenious, it is horology at its finest. Then when we got into the 1900s, they started making wristwatches. All the big Swiss brands started putting them into wristwatches, and they became an art form. And today, Swiss-made tourbillons sell for $40,000, $50,000, $100,000, $200,000, even up to $1 million. In fact, there's a book dedicated to it called Grand Complications, published by Tourbillon International, Stuhrling Original. We are honored in this book with our King's Court tourbillon. Now, this is, of course, not a Swiss made, but by the same company, the same brand that is honored by Tourbillon International, is bringing it at such a tremendous value. We have literally broken records here at ShopNBC. We created a tourbillon frenzy about 13 months ago, which is still continuing today here at ShopNBC. We're so proud of our affiliation and what we've been able to achieve. We were the first ones to sell a tourbillon on home shopping television with ShopNBC 8 years ago.
Now, we're going to show you some high-resolution images that I had the wonderful fortune to be able to shoot for Stuhrling, so you can start seeing some of the details that we just can't give you under our lighting here as best we try. And I want you to understand that what we're about to show you in those high-res images, that's what you're going to receive. That's what you're going to own. That's what you're going to have in your collection. There are certain times in your life that you want to commemorate with something special. And I mentioned this before, but it's worth mentioning again. Think about those things. Maybe it's your retirement, the birth of your first child, the marriage of your first child, you bought your first home, whatever these things are. You now have a watch that is as special as the event that you're commemorating. It's not every day you walk out and see somebody wearing a tourbillon. Matter of fact, I talked to Daniel Green earlier. I said, listen, you're the most worldly person I know. He has worked with celebrities, some of the most wealthy people in the world. He has never seen a tourbillon, quote unquote, in the wild. He's never seen one on somebody's wrist. That's how exclusive they are. Now, most every manufacturer of any pedigree manufactures a tourbillon. Some companies only make one, or they make 5 or 20, and they're hundreds of thousands of dollars in many cases. Here, because you're not having to pay for a pure Swiss movement, which is incredibly expensive. By the way, for those that don't know, even going to like Techno Time on their base model of a mechanical tourbillon, let's say Stuhrling says, I want to make a Swiss tourbillon again, and they contact the largest movement manufacturer of them, which is Techno Time, and they say, we want to buy your least expensive. The cost of that movement to a manufacturer is $22,000. And I'm not making this up. That is the cost to them. So then, of course, they have to manufacture a watch, do all the assembly, do this, do that, so the price goes way up. That's why tourbillons are as expensive as they are. They're nearly impossible to assemble. Only a handful of watchmakers in the world even know how to properly regulate a tourbillon. Let's take a quick phone call before we move off this item. We're going to talk to Mick. Mick in Texas. How are you tonight, Mick?
I'm doing great, Jim. How are you this evening?
Awesome,
nice to talk
man.
with you.
Thanks for calling in, bud. Say hi to Larry.
Hello, Larry. How are you tonight?
Wonderful, Mick. Welcome to the show.
So what brings you in tonight, Mick?
Well, Jim, I just finished purchasing my 5th and my 6th watch with you guys since Thanksgiving. And
Wow.
I wanted to let Larry know I really appreciate the price that you guys were able to bring to us this afternoon on the Excalibur.
Yes, thank you.
That was a cool watch, too.
Yeah, love that piece.
Well, I got it in the blue, and I just couldn't pass up that price, especially with the value pays. It made it very affordable for me. And I just finished calling back and picking up the Android Silverjet 2 in the Venom or the Alien Green.
Oh, nice. Good choice on that. That green is absolutely remarkable. When you see it in the sunlight, it just screams.
Wow. It is a beautiful picture.
So you've bought 6 watches since Thanksgiving with us. Wow, I can't
Jim,
thank you enough.
I really have. I enjoy the watch shows that you all bring to us with ShopNBC, and I've really gotten into collecting since actually Easter time this year. I've picked up about 40 watches with you.
Wow.
Well, welcome into the ShopNBC family, Mick. We greatly appreciate your support. Can I ask you a quick question before I let you go?
Of course, Jim.
What is it about ShopNBC, regardless of the brand you're buying, that makes you come back? Because a lot of people are afraid to buy for the very first time on television. What was it about us that made you go ahead and jump it and take that chance, as somebody might say?
Well, initially it was the products that you carry, which I still really appreciate. It was the very competitive, if not unbeatable prices that you folks have. And now I've just fallen in love with your products. I'm a watch collector at heart, and I learn a little bit more every day. And I'm very grateful to you guys, to Larry, to Michael with Invicta, to Wing. And it's just a really fun experience for me, and I appreciate it.
Well, I know how exciting it is as you first start getting into watch collecting and getting into all the various movements and styles. So I know you're having fun, Mick. Thank you so much for allowing us to be part of that.
Thank you, Jim. And Larry, you and Jim have a wonderful holiday.
Thank you so
You too.
much, Mick.
Thank you.
Much love to you.
I love hearing from newer collectors as they're beginning to start their collections. It's so much fun. It's so exciting. All right, my friend Larry's going to take a couple seconds of a breather here as I tell you about the Silverjet 2 J178739, which is available as today's top value extra. If you want the alien green that Mick was talking about a few moments ago, you better hurry at $128. They're going to be gone very, very quickly. Here's the other 2 choices. J179204. You can get the beautiful teal blue, and it is a teal blue, or the black. The black will give you the rose tone bezel. Monster watch, 50 millimeter case, absolutely breathtaking in design and execution, fit and finish. In my opinion, the absolute masterpiece of Android for $128. But right now, I believe Kendy has something to tell you about.
I do. I'm going to be hanging out with some items for the gals, but I've got to tell you right now, though this was a big hit for the men when we launched it in May and over 3,300 sold, I've got to say for the ladies, it's one of the most avant-garde, one of the most fantastic timepieces you will ever find. It's the very first ever from Android in the way of a solid ceramic, fully skeletonized, automatic It's an exotic skeletonized piece that's very, very highly decorated. And to get that for $159, we have 2 different sizes, 3 different colorways. And I'm not letting Larry go yet, because we're going to talk about love. We're going to talk about the Love Watch. This has been one of the single most popular for the women designs in the Stuhrling Original Women's lineup. We've sold over 1,200 of this timepiece, and today, the lowest price ever. We've never before approached a price quite this low, which tells me you're probably not going to see it again. We have in and around 3 to 4 dozen in each colorway, and this may be the last time you ever have an opportunity to pick up a price like this. It is a diamond timepiece. It is the Aphrodite automatic. It does come on a beautiful leather strap. And guys, you can get this home to her, score lots of points for $21, believe it or not, and 66 cents. And if you want to hear what our customers think about this timepiece, go to our website. This is one of our top-rated Stuhrlings for the women. It is a customer choice item. And just stop right there. I mean, I'm thinking if you're done shopping for Christmas, that one in the red, you tuck that one away for Valentine's Day. So that is a silver tone. So we have the silver tone. We have the rose tone, which I am wearing, with a very, very bronze strap, or we have the gold tone on the light bronze strap. Talk to us about the idea of the Aphrodite, because I think it's just brilliant.
Well, you know, Kendy, thank you so much. You know, Stuhrling Original, we're not only known for our mechanical automatics, but Stuhrling Original has been a leader in the industry in the way of bringing skeletonized mechanical automatics to the ladies. And we first did it about 6 years ago with our Lady Wall Street, and which was in this exact same case, this 35mm case with the teardrop lugs. We call it a donut-style case. It's got the convex sides that are rounded out. Then, shortly thereafter, maybe next year later, we took the same design as the Lady Wall Street. We did this free-form heart in the middle, and we called it our Cupid. And then following up on that, we added the diamonds, and it was the Aphrodite. It's from our romance collection, our Love series. The entire motif of the Love series is, in fact, the heart motif. And we added 11 points of diamonds, and it was a huge hit here at ShopNBC, and you're absolutely correct. You know, over 1,000 pieces sold, as you can see, and the price point, I can honestly say, was $129. I mean, we sold
over and over and over again.
$129 over and over and over. Every time we brought it was, here it is, over $20 less at a holiday 2010 price, the best price ever, still 11 points of diamonds. We have perfected this movement for the ladies. You know, for so many years, it has been the guys that have been wearing the skeletons. And we have proven that the ladies like it too, with a feminine orientation. 11 points of diamonds on the dial. Ladies, there's no battery in this timepiece. Guys, if you're a watch collector, you want to get the ladies in your life involved, here you go. Share your love and passion for watchmaking by giving them a skeletonized mechanical automatic. They can share in it too. No battery.
Right.
It's watchmaking the old-fashioned way, operating off of a single main spring. And by the way, last thing I want to point out here, you'll notice on all 3 executions, silver tone, gold tone. Do we have any rose tone?
Yep, I'm wearing it.
Okay, and the rose tone. All the movements have also been layered to match the case. You have a silver tone movement in the silver tone and rose tone and gold tone to match the case.
You know, most skeletonized movements in the automatic are, I've got to tell you, they're very industrial looking for the women. This is one of the very first ever very, very feminine, sophisticated movements that features that skeletonized look. Larry, are you back next hour? Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, Larry's back next hour. If you want this, we have the very final quantities, only about 3 dozen of each at the lowest price ever on the 5 value pays. Over nearly 1,500 sold, which means we're really close to sell out now. So whether it's for the daughter who's graduating or for the honey you've got an anniversary with or a big birthday or the holidays, just grab one of those because that's one at that price you might not see again. Now this, I've got to tell you, Larry and I are going to blow the roof off the joint with these next hour because this is a set. Coming up next hour is my host pick. It's a Stuhrling Original men's and women's. You will receive 2 watches, gift set of 2 of the Velphi automatics, skeletonized automatics. So watch for that coming up next hour. And we can't leave Jim out. You know, he has a host pick too, and it's fabulous. It's from Stuhrling Original. It's the men's limited edition Apocalypse strap watch. It's $598.85, and he'll tell you all about that at the tail end of the hour next hour. All right, well, we're going to transition into some really dazzling pieces for the gals. And guys, if you're watching today and you're really dedicating this
$71 guaranteed Christmas arrival, that's just one of the great items that we will have in this hour of Elizabeth Grant skincare. So I hope you tune in about 19 minutes or so.
Thank you. Thank you, honey.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Well, you've got watches to make you look good, but you've got to have, that glowing look on your face, too. So watch for that skincare. And then I know Christine has some great fashions coming up for you. Mr. Larry Magen, president of North American Sales for Stuhrling, have to say it right, Original Timepieces, is joining us today. And this, I have to tell you, this is one of my favorite sets ever. And the value, you know what, I have never, ever, ever seen a value quite like this on automatics. Now, you're going to get 2 watches. You're going to get a his and hers gift set. Both watches will come. And you guys, if we could get the boxes, because I want to show you that these will come individually boxed. If we could see the boxes on this, that would be fabulous. $109.48 for 2 Velfie automatics from Stuhrling, a his and a hers, and on 5 value pays. Now, there's a very, very good reason why we have sold of this ensemble over 4,000. Number one, you've got quality, Stuhrling quality. And honestly, if we were selling one of these, Larry, for $109.48, that would be a great buy, wouldn't it?
It certainly would, Kendy. You're absolutely correct. This is truly one of the best values, especially, for a timepiece that you're going to find for the gift-giving season.
Yeah.
We had been working on this package, on this set, for 2 Skelton mechanical automatics for almost a year. We did something very similar to this last year with the Delphi Oracle gift set. This is our new Delphi Omega gift set with several upgrades included. But it's been in the works for a long time, and it was actually manufactured specifically for ShopNBC for Black Friday, and it was Black Friday. In case you missed it for Black Friday, you have the opportunity to still get it today. And, Kendy, this is really the last opportunity to get it in time for Christmas shipping, guaranteed for Christmas. Any orders that happen today will be shipped out tomorrow. So that's... this is a great opportunity because, as you point out, as a gift-giving opportunity...
Oh, it's nutty.
Listen, I used to have my own jewelry business, and I talk about it all the time. And I had a lot of lady customers that used to like to give multiple gift items to everybody in the family. Give me a pair of earrings for all the ladies in the family, or that kind of a thing. If you're one of those types, this is the kind of opportunity here where, with the payment options that ShopNBC offers, for one single payment of approximately $110, do you know how many watches you're getting? How many gifts you're getting? Not 5. You're getting 10. Because
it's kooky.
It's 2 for 1. You're getting 2 Skelton mechanicals for $110, not 1, 2.
And the packaging, I have to say, is marvelous. Each of the timepieces will come individually boxed. So let me go through the color choices that you have for it today. You have the gold tone, you have the silver tone, or the rose tone. And remember, you will receive both the ladies and the gents on these sublime, genuine leather straps. You will receive with each of the watches an additional leather strap, which absolutely takes this to a whole nother level. So you'll receive with each of the timepieces, the men's and the women's, a black leather strap and an interchangeable brown leather strap as well, right?
Oh, absolutely, yes. You do get the extra strap, which is, this year we're giving you an extra strap. Last year we didn't do that. So you're actually getting 4 straps. You're getting, one for the men's in the black, one for the ladies in the black, and then the extra browns as well. So that adds to the value 100%.
All right, for those of you who are looking at crunch time, and you're thinking, oh my gosh, I still have a half dozen people on my list. I haven't even thought about what to get them. This is $55 a watch. Now, if this were a little base metal, nothing kind of watch with the plastic strap and a icky movement, woohoo, that's a great price.
With a
woohoo,
icky?
Icky movement, whatever. This is a Stuhrling original.
Yes.
With 2 genuine leather straps, a fabulous automatic movement, all beautifully decorated, skeletonized movement. $55? Do you think anyone you gift this watch to, especially in the packaging that we offer, is going to think you spent anything less than hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars per watch? What in God's name are you doing, Jim Skelton? He's having a love fest. You can't come out Jim, you can't go into the model area without a watch on.
I have a watch on.
Not the right watch on. All right, so talk about what makes this particular Stuhrling original so wacky at this price. Let's take them on a tour.
You're right. It's just a goofy price. Again, this was manufactured for You know, when you do a top value or a promotional item like this, it's not about making profit. You know,
Clearly.
no, it's true. We like to say we're eating soup with a fork, okay? It's about bringing new customers to the brand and new people to ShopNBC and if you've never owned a Stuhrling original timepiece before, certainly this is a wonderful opportunity for you to give us a try, because you buy the pair, you can keep one for yourself and then gift the other one to somebody else. But, you know, it's a 44 millimeter on the men's size and a 35 on the ladies. It can also be used as a father and son. We learned that last year.
Love that.
Many fathers and sons went for this package. Also, another thing we learned, Kendy, is that a lot of ladies like to wear both sizes.
Absolutely.
They like to wear the larger, the 44, and the 35 for different outfits, different moods, different situations. But remember, if you're new to watchmaking, there's no battery in this watch. This is a genuine mechanical automatic timepiece. It's running off of a spring. The way that watchmaking used to be in the old days. You're showing your love and appreciation. You're sharing your love and appreciation for watchmaking when you wear a skeletonized mechanical automatic. Now, this particular model is our Delphi. And our Delphi is our #1 all-time selling mechanical automatic timepiece in our entire gallery. Over 1,200 models, over 100 different skeletons. And perhaps one of the characteristics, of course, would be the triple step design bezel, very elegant, very graceful design. Even the hydraulic guilloche texturization that gives you that herringbone pattern, what's remaining on the dial, is absolutely gorgeous. One of the upgrades this year is all those Arabic numeral hour markers that you see going around the dial have been individually applied this year.
Wow.
Last year on the same set, they were actually embossed, which is less expensive to do. Again, that dial has holes where their numerals are applied by hand with little pegs that go through, and they're sealed on the back side. Think about how labor intensive that is.
Absolutely.
You know, Stuhrling Original has become a leader in the industry in the way of doing skeleton mechanicals for the ladies. And we started about 6 years ago with our Lady Wall Street. And all of our lady mechanicals always had a feminine orientation, and we still do that. You saw our Aphrodite earlier, an hour ago. But last year, what we did, a lot of ladies were asking, give us the men's version scaled down. And we did it for the first time ever with a matched pair set of skeleton mechanicals, and it was a huge hit. We're doing it again this year with several upgrades, including the extra strap, including the applied indices. On the 44 millimeter, we went to a 24 millimeter wide strap. The value here is just tremendous. Start thinking about different people in your lives that you can give gifts to, because when they open the box, Kendy, they literally tear up. They can't believe you spent so much money on them.
And you've spent under $55 per timepiece. So think about the teachers and the nail techs and the hairdressers and the sisters and the neighbors and the carpool gals and anyone who cares for your child. She will not believe the gift she's getting. So you've got the rose tone, the gold tone, or the silver tone. And remember, you're going to receive both the ladies and the gents. That's my host pick for the show. I hope you guys have a great night. I'll be back tomorrow night to close out Android at the tail end of the night. And if you've not yet seen our today's top value, woohoo! It is beyond belief fantastic. It is the very first ever solid ceramic diver style skeletonized automatic, and it's hot. I mean, if you want the black, I'm telling you, it's my pick. It's hotter than hot. The gold in the white ceramic is very, very elegant. We have the men's and the women's available for you at $159.68, and I will be here for the final presentation of that later in the evening, about 8 or 9 p.m. on Thursday. In the meantime, have a grand time with Mr. Jim Skelton and Larry Magen. And how did you get your host pick on 6 Value Pays?
You know, I'm actually jealous. As much as I
You're
love this
great.
watch, you got the Delphi set, which is like the hottest item of the entire night.
Yeah, but I didn't have 6 Value Pays.
No, well, you know, I'm special. Yeah.
That's
Actually,
I hear.
yeah, absolutely. I'm not a hot mama, though. Now, V4000408, the Stuhrling Original, numbered limited edition, Apocalypse Diamond. Now, it's a very rare occasion when Stuhrling will actually do gemstones, particularly diamonds. And I want to make this very clear. There was a previous offering a few years back, actually about 2 years ago,
Yes.
of the Apocalypse with diamonds, but you have upgraded the diamonds substantially. substantially. They're brilliant.
Well, thank you, Jim. You know, as anything, you know, the evolution, you know, we get better at it. But, you know, that one was a 42 millimeter case design.
This is bigger.
This is the 45. Now, in our Apocalypse series, we started with the 42, then we had a 49, then we did a 47, then we did a 52. This is the 45, which is right in that sweet spot, okay? And this is a limited edition. So what we've done on these 3 executions, Jim, I don't know if you saw the presentation a little bit earlier. We're about halfway through. The rose tone has 33, the silver tone has 33, and the black has 34. And the case backs are numbered that way. They're not numbered to 100. They're numbered to 1 of 33, 1 of 33, and 1 of 34. And we're about halfway through the edition here. And this has got the ISA 8172, I believe it is, but it's the day-date chronograph. And the way the day of the week wheel at the 6 o'clock position is so unique, it's got an opening in the cage that actually reveals the day of the week. And, you know, the way you would do that, of course, you pull the crown out to the 2nd position and you can rotate it.
Now, folks, what I want you to realize is you are buying a very special limited edition. Again, another thing that you don't typically see Stuhrling do, large, square grain, genuine, hand-stitched, made in America.
Yes.
Genuine, Louisiana, farm-raised alligator. Now, for those of you that caught on to what all that means Hadley Rama. You're getting one of the highest quality strap manufacturers on earth.
Yes.
Producing this thickly padded, hand-stitched alligator strap. It will be denoted on the back, actually on the other side, my apologies. There it is, genuine alligator. It is a 24 millimeter wide strap, so there's a lot of other watches you might want to apply the strap to every now and then. Again, silver tone, black, or rose tone are your choices. Now, in my opinion, if you get the all black, it makes the diamonds pop greater. But I don't want you to think the others don't, because what Stuhrling has done is each of the bezels, regardless of case color, will be in the black ionic plating to allow those diamonds to pop greatly. Now, your dressiest model, by far, is the rose. This will, in every way, look like you're wearing a $25,000, 18-karat rose gold watch with diamonds. Now, what you're getting is real gold plated over stainless steel, so you have the look without the expense, and you have the genuine diamonds. Now, again, I have to stress to you, actually, the very first model for men in Stuhrling to feature diamonds was that old Apocalypse. If you own that one, buy this one and put it up next to it, and you're going to realize what a staggering leap they have made in their diamond quality. Notice the scintillation. Even when I turn the diamonds away from the light, how each individual stone sparkles. Yeah. Beautiful fire in each stone. These are all individually hand set, 4-prong set into the bezel. You have the Stuhrling S-shaped screws holding the bezel in place. Absolutely gorgeous. I mean, look at the brilliance. I really am surprised, because for this price level, you should not expect this degree of quality. What's the carat weight on this?
This is 1 full carat. This is 100 diamonds, 100 stones, all round brilliant cuts, Jim. 1 pointers. So 100 times 1 pointer, of course, is 1 full carat. And I really want to point that out, that these are 1 pointers, because a lot of times on accent stones, accent diamonds on watches, you're getting half pointers. You're getting, 0.8 of a millimeter, 0.9 of a millimeter, 1 millimeter rounds. These are 1.3 millimeter rounds, full 1 pointers, Jim. And, sure, we'd all like to see 5 pointers and 10 pointers, but as they get larger, exactly, as they get larger, they get very, very expensive. But these are nice, full 1 pointers. There's your limited edition numbering on the case backs.
And it also features the word diamond. For anybody that says, you can't afford a diamond watch, I know what you make. There it is right there, engraved on the case back.
We didn't make a lot of these, Jim. We made 100 total. We made it special for the holiday season, for those people out there that are looking for that special piece, not just another timepiece here. Of course, our Apocalypse is one of our most popular case designs that we have. I think we have something like 16 or 17 different models in the series now.
If it were me, I'd be buying the black. If I would have known these were actually available this rotation, I would have ordered them before I came into work.
Well,
the black is just
they don't call
rocking.
You Diamond Jim for nothing.
I'm a big diamond freak, I tell you. And there's not a lot of guys, when I first came here, that would buy into diamond watches, and now it's become, if you make watch A and watch B and you add diamonds to watch B, that will sell out quicker than watch A because of the luxury. And you got to realize, no matter what goes up or down in value in life, diamonds are a commodity, right, just like gold, just like oil. It's always going to be worth something. There's always going to be a value attached to that. And just think about this. A carat of diamonds set into anything for $600 is impressive. Now it's set into a Swiss-made movement timepiece, a very beautiful design with genuine alligator straps and a 45 millimeter case. That means you have a big presence on the wrist. This is not a tiny little dinky watch. It's going to kind of fade away on your wrist. People are going to notice it, and the diamonds are going to sparkle. It's going to stand out, and it's going to have that look of luxury. You know, every now and then you just got to treat yourself. You had a hard year. You've been working your butt off. You didn't get enough vacation time. You didn't get this or you didn't get that. This is the time to treat yourself. I'm not saying this is going to be a gift you're going to give to somebody else. Hey, $600, they better be one heck of a close friend to do that. But this is the perfect self-gift. It makes you feel better about yourself. It makes you walk a little bit taller, stand up a little bit more proudly. And when you're wearing something like that with a suit or with a T-shirt, it's going to spell out success to those looking at you.
Well, this certainly would be my choice. Good call, Jim, you know, what you just said there. But I like the silver tone. I usually almost always go for the silver tone executions here. But I also like the red cage at the bottom at the 6 o'clock position.
By the way, single digits remaining in the black, so fewer than 10 remaining.
Wow. You know, and I'm also very glad that, you know, we went with the 45 millimeter case. We could have done this on our 49 millimeter where we did our Apocalypse Grand. Not the 52. I'm talking about our 49.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I like the fact that we did it on the 45 because I think diamonds add a touch of dress to it, and I think at 45 it's a good size for a dress.
You know, you're right. And this would
piece.
fit under French cuffs. This is only about 13 millimeters in height, so it's not overly dramatically thick for a chronograph like you would expect. So you can wear it dressed up. You see where Larry wearing it with a suit right there. I'm dressed a little bit more casually. And it looks stunning. It looks amazing. By the way, fewer than 5 remaining. If you want the black, you must order now. It is in danger of selling out in the next few seconds. We're going to be done here in about 30 seconds. So I want to remind you, if you want to get this, they are numbered limited editions. We own the entire quantity.
Yes.
There are 5 left now in the black, a dozen in the rose tone, and 2 dozen in the silver tone.
Wow.
And when they're gone, that is it. They will be done.
My choice is coming in last place. But, you know, Jim, I don't know if you saw the cage on this, the nice ISA movement here, how it has the day of the week exposed here on Saturday. But nevertheless, I want to thank everybody for a great day here. I'll be back at 1 o'clock tomorrow, and then I'm going back to New York.
Congratulations, my friend.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Successful
Thank you
trip
so much
for
for
you.
your help.
And congratulations to all of you at home. You picked up on some great deals. I'll be back again on Sunday evening for Watch Time with Jim at 8 p.m. Eastern. But right now, Christine Quanley is going to come up and teach you how to look beautiful.